Here's an update on what it's taken us to take a commercial lawn mowing business into the battery age with the Milwaukee power tools. We have multiple chargers here. We have the carryout, which works out great for us because we can charge 4 batteries at one time, albeit slower. It still allows us to do that and allows us to carry power with us if we happen to need it for something else. We're using the PackOut 6-bank rapid charger. We also have multiple of these. I didn't bring them all in. I still have 6 more batteries in the trailer, multiple superchargers or rapid chargers that are just 2-bank. It works out quite well because we can fill up all the outlets on this Alcatel P2001 Plus, which brings me kind of to what we have. We have a diesel truck that's powering up the truck and trailer and charging the battery inside the trailer. We then have a cigarette lighter output that goes into this Alcatel. So while we're driving down the road, we're able to charge this up through the truck. We have this 2048 watt hour battery that's back here inside this Alcatel. It's not going to be 100% efficient, but it should give us technically, there's what, 216 watt hours in a 12 amp hour M18 battery. So technically it's going to give us around 9-ish charges. I'm going to guess it gives us about 8 battery charges, which is fair on a 12 amp hour battery. Gives us a little more if we use less, but there's some inefficiencies that's going from DC in the truck into here, switching it over to AC and then back to DC. Cost of this stuff is what has kind of surprised me. So I understand that a construction company moving over to battery powered system is going to cost a significant amount, but when you talk about landscaping or lawn mowing, we don't have the outlets that are there like construction companies do. And when you're using battery powered blowers, which to me is why this all came about. If we didn't come up with the backpack blower to use and I stuck with gas, I could cut all this out. I could cut out this large charger because that backpack blower is really what takes up a lot of the batteries and drains them down quickly. Very, very quickly. So we can go through 4 12 amp hour batteries on one job in that backpack blower. And in some cases that's only a half hour. In some cases that doesn't get the whole job done. So that's the problem. When you look at cost of all this stuff, I'm getting a lot of comments on, first, why'd you go with Milwaukee? And let me tell you, I've always preached pick a tool battery out and use that for your outdoor power equipment. And I realize sort of now that that works great for the homeowners because they can use these batteries on all kinds of other things. And in my case, I can too. Car stuff, anything that we're in on the farm, any other construction stuff, it works out great to have this. I understand some people are saying, why didn't you go with a different brand that's a larger voltage? And I would, if I wouldn't, I'd have to go against my word that I've said to all you guys. In a commercial setting, it would probably be a little bit smarter, but I do not think it would stop me from being at the place I am due to the amount of batteries we're using. Even if you said, hey, you got a 58 volt system and you can put 10 amp hour batteries on it, you're still going to use a significant amount of power through the day and you're going to have to recharge or have just a ton of these batteries, which again, is a huge investment. So if you're thinking about switching over to battery power, the string trimmers are great. The 17-inch dual battery has been awesome. It's starting to get into use because that sucker is heavy, but everybody's starting to realize the power of that thing is worth carrying the weight. It outdoes almost all of our other gas string trimmers, but it does like to eat a little bit of battery if you're in the throttle. You don't need to be to get things done. So it's an interesting road. Let me just bring you in and show you what's happening here with everything so you can kind of get a little bit better picture. And remember, there's still 6 more batteries, maybe 8 more batteries in the trailer. There's at least 4 more 12 amp hours on and inside the battery pack blower or backpack blower at this point in time. And I think there's 1 more charger sitting out there that's got 2 batteries in it. It's just too much to put in front of me. Let's just look at this. If we take a look at what's going on with most of our batteries in place, and a few of them are fully charged, we are putting out 1,000 watts. This is a 2,048 watt hour unit, 2,400 watts output. So this is about half. You can see here it's saying I got about 2 hours until I'm completely discharged from 72%. That's good because this gets me about half the batteries that I need for a day charged through this unit. And normally I have some sort of input coming to this, be it either solar or I'm running off truck power to get this charged back up. So it does pretty well for what it is. And it also gives me the USB-A ports here that I can actually hook up and put all of our hearing protection in and get those charged up and keep them charged. So this keeps everything in one place, and it does allow me a lot of different things. Now, if we use this in a different area, we can actually tone down the amount of power it will take to charge itself up. It's pretty sweet. So if we're on a 15 amp outlet and we don't want to pull the full 15 amps, we can just dial this guy back down anywhere from 400 to 800, 1200 or 1800. So it'll allow us to do anything we want there. We do have a 12 volt output if we'd like in multiple different types. We do not use them at this point. We have no real use for it. Most is going to be AC and USB, but we're hooked up as far as what we need. Problem is the amount of money it took to get there. So the big comments that we have are costs, and I'm interested in you guys commenting on that below. To do this how we feel it's right, it's costly. I have not put 2 large solar panels on the roof. Again, very costly to put that on the trailer. When we stop, I have foldable ones. Throw them out the door, let them sit there. They work just great. They charge this up while we're driving. Don't need it because I'm pulling the power from the truck, like I said, through this cigarette lighter adapter. That just seems to work. This Alcatel P2001 Plus was $900. Cheap in the grand scheme of things. The backpack blower and 4 batteries, $1,500. The 8 more batteries we need to get through the day, including having everything charged up, about $2,000. That doesn't include the dual battery 17-inch string trimmer, and we've always had the Milwaukee Quick Lock single battery out there. Although with that, we didn't need to carry a bunch more batteries, maybe 2 or 3. That didn't cause us to have to worry about it because we always had our Steel FS131 to back us up. We also had the Steel 800X backpack blower that was able to take care of all our jobs and needs. And those 2 things were kind of there. We didn't have to worry about it. Now that we don't carry them, there's a lot of anxiety on my side because if something doesn't work, we have a guy that's running a mower and a guy that's trimming and blowing. And if the guy can't trim and blow, the guy that's running the mower doesn't, I mean, it just doesn't work. So there's, in the EV world, they'd call it range anxiety. Here I have, what if this guy doesn't charge? What if this isn't charged in the morning? Because to get all this charged up is a significant amount of time, and that puts us behind. So I still carry the gas stuff with us as a backup because I'm doing this more as a test to see what people are going to need to do, and the cost of actually going over here is immense. Now, the good news, I have not had any problems with any of the batteries to date. I can't see winning in this long term because even if these 12 amp hour batteries last for 5 years, I still have to fully reinvest in them again. And the cost of doing so is more than the cost of a string trimmer and well more than the cost of probably the fuel that string trimmer would use through the course of 5 years. I mean, that string trimmer doesn't take up that much fuel, and even if fuel is $5 a gallon for rec fuel, still takes a lot of fuel to come up with $250 for 1 battery, and we need multiple of them to run all kinds of things. So if you're looking at doing this, yeah, maybe pick another brand. I wouldn't suggest it at the same point. If you're looking at homeowner stuff, Milwaukee stuff is rocking it, and you can use the tools on anything. If you're in the commercial market, you're still gonna have to have this amount of watt hours and this kind of setup to continue to keep you charged, and you're probably going to deal with a lot of the same things, although maybe at a smaller scale, maybe not. It's just tough to make that move over. So comments below. Smart, stupid, doesn't matter to me. Come at me, do whatever. I'm doing this test for you guys to kind of show you what's going on. I'm interested in hearing what you guys think about the cost of getting into battery and then long-term sticking with battery. It's going to be an interesting ride. Give us a like in this video, subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with what's going on. We appreciate your time. Have a great day.